What is up everyone, welcome back to another movie trivia Schmoedown reaction video. We have the Schmoedown Throwdown today, watching it live right now, Kalinowski vs Jeannine. Of course I'm putting it on pause right now because we're about to start and I don't want it to keep on playing while I'm talking right now. So I'm putting it on pause, but technically I'm watching it live somewhat. So you guys will be enjoying my live reaction for this one. And this is the last matchup in round 1 of the Ultimate Single Schmoedown. Mike Kalinowski versus Jeannine the Machine. I got Jeannine the Machine in this one. I want Jeannine to win. I want Jeannine to play Roka, even though Kalinowski versus Roka from a storyline standpoint will be so much more fun. I do hope to see Jeannine advancing. And yeah, I know Kalinowski just recently had he was in the hospital. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe he had some kind of surgery. I did not do my research clearly, but yes, there was something going on with Kalinowski, so hopefully he's feeling better now. Because yeah, you never want anything like that to happen. So hopefully Kalinowski is feeling better and he's in full strength to play against Jeannine the Machine in this one. And yeah, I can talk all about the predictions and everything, but just real quick, if you guys did not know, or maybe you do, last night, me, Dylan Camacho from Call to Action podcast, we got both of the Cinefanatics, Robert Adams and Chris Adams. We got Chris Doman from Dedicated to Art, and we got Douglas Castle from Take 3 Productions. We did a live stream on Call to Action's channel, and we do that in order to raise awareness for Paul Preston's wife, Karen Volpe, which she is diagnosed with cancer, and there is a link attached to that video which will lead directly to the fundraiser for the medical bills for Karen. So yes, please check out that video. If you want to check out the show, feel free. So we did it for all 2.5 hours of fun and madness. It was approaching 3 a.m. in my place, so my brain was fried at the end of it, so I didn't speak much at the very end. But yeah, it was for a great cause, and it was great meeting those guys, talking to those guys, and of course to help out the family of the Schmoedown. So go check it out. If not for the video, go check it out for the link, because yes, at the end of the day, we're all family here, and we just support one another. So go check that out, and I'm pretty sure they will address it here too, maybe, since it's live, who knows. But yeah, once again, go check out the link. You can find it on Facebook, you can find it on Twitter, I'm pretty sure, or if you want it easily, you can find it in my Schmoedown playlist in my channel. I put my live stream from last night into the playlist, so you can go there and check the description if you want to, and you can find that. All the details should be in the description. Call to Action yeah, helped us together last night. And as for today, once again, like I said, I'm going to be rooting for Jeannine. We'll see how it goes. This is singles, it's going to be fun. Hopefully no technical difficulties, or like either from the YouTube's part or from my part for internet in terms of like buffering. Hopefully none of that happens, because we don't want that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. But before we get to the reaction, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss out on all the Schmoedown reactions that I do. I do it every week. I also have a podcast, the Councilmen show. Go check it out. This week, my co-host just talked about why anime movie sucks. So I'll be doing that, as well as well, I actually don't know when I'm able to release this. I have not checked the release schedule for the Throwdown. So by the time I'm saying this, probably that episode will be gone. But yeah, check out Councilmen show. That's my podcast. You can find it on Apple, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, wherever. So yeah, and yeah, I guess that's it. Without any further ado, let's get started on the reaction. Playing it in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, bro?
Hey, Preston. Bateman.
Thinking? Just sitting here contemplating how much of a mistake it was for you to crash my interview.
Dude, that interview needed me, alright? Came in and spiced it up. I mean, what's it gonna be like to be yesterday's news?
That's all you keep saying. Buddy, write a speech. Hire someone to write a speech. I will refer you to people if you want.
I can't write, I'm busy watching movies. Well, listen, man, very busy, got things to do.
Yeah, I got a sword right here, so just,
Yeah. This round 2 match is gonna be awesome.
Leaving? Because you got a weapon, alright?
Yeah.
Okay, I got movies to watch.
Great, wonderful.
You think?
Thank you.
Well, whose sword is that? Like, what film prop is that? He used to be like that. He used to be the arrogant rookie. Now he's the veteran. Schmoedown Throwdown. Live.
Welcome back to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Live. It is the Schmoedown Throwdown. I'm Christian Harloff, Mark Ellis. We are at the very last match in the first round of the Ultimate Schmoedown Tournament, and what a match we have.
What a tournament it has been thus far. The winner advances to round number 2 to join the other round 2 advancers. And you talk about a matchup, Christian. Then you talk about a live event. 2 names, 2 stars in this league. A Jeannine the Machine, a Mike Kalinowski. I mean, those are just 2 interplanetary forces about to collide here today.
Well, they really are, because they've had a beef for a very long time. You know the history of what has happened in the past with the defunct. You had Miss Movies and Stacey Howard. Miss Movies,
the Viper Squad.
Mike Kalinowski. There was inner strife, and all this stuff happened with the Viper Squad. Mike Kalinowski blew them up, and then they finally played. They had a match, and Mike won. And it is hard not to say that Mike Kalinowski is not playing the hot hand, because he is. He is the Inner Geekdom champion. He is co-holder of the Teams Championship. He was a second away
for now
playing Paul Oyama for the Singles Championship. He's having a miracle run.
Yeah,
but there's something in the air about the Machine. There's something about the way that she's been playing. She's been that close every single time to the big match, whether it was the Manager Bowl or the Triple Threat at last year's Collision. She's right there. Is today the day that she pulls off that big one?
And when you are a competitor like that, you're looking for your moment. You're looking for that. If you're a running back, you just want to find that hole that's going to take you to glory. Having a live event, having something like this, the Schmoedown Throwdown, could be the announcement that Jeannine the Machine has been waiting for. But like you said, in her way is a guy who knows how to wear a leather jacket and a lot of big belts.
Yeah, he's been playing really good this season. And the other big prize here is that the winner plays the Outlaw.
I'm not gonna discredit that Kalinowski have a great season. But yeah, I don't.
Great match
I think he'll lose the Inner Geekdom belt by the end of the season by Smets. I think someone will win the team's defeating corruption eventually. Either Founding Fathers or someone else. But yeah.
They have the big match in Orlando coming up October 19th.
And yeah, I don't think Kalinowski is gonna win the tournament.
You want to be there? You should be there. October 19th. And
we're gonna be there.
You're gonna be
probably go to a water park the day before.
I think that's absolutely true.
Volcano Bay, baby.
Team title match. Mike Kalinowski and his partner Chance Ellison defending against Dan Merle and Roca. Merle cashing in his free-for-all win. The Schmoedownlive.com. You can get those tickets right now if you're going to be there. But is that in his head? Is he thinking about that? That's a lot.
Looking ahead to the rest of your schedule, where Jeannine has this match to focus on. Yeah, I mean, look, you see it all the time in college football, and I think the Schmoedown is exactly like college football in a number of ways.
I agree with you completely.
Jerseys.
So, we are going to find out exactly how we got here in just a second, but I also wanted to let people know, because if you've been following the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook group, if you've been following Twitter or following everything that has been going on, for a brief period in time, Robert Meyer Burnett was the acting
The Nuke! We're gonna reveal that today, I forget about that.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah, okay.
One day he walked into where I was sitting, and he said to me, he goes, look, I got this thing and I want
Well, by the time you're watching this, you probably already see this event, so that's not going to be used.
Let's do it.
I'm about to say comment what you think the Nuke is, but you're probably already watching this by now.
We were calling it the Nuke. You will find out what the Nuke is after the match. Alright, so...
Well, just let me know in the comments, actually, of this video, what you think. What did you think of the Nuke? Like, you like it, you dislike it, let me know. You're just going to do predictions, because you've already seen it.
Here we go.
This is it. This is the moment. After 2 years building up.
Electronic.
This moment, I'm proud of you. But for me, it's Saturday.
5, 4, 3,
White 2.
And your winner by way of technical
knockout. Damn it.
Season by Kalinowski so far this year.
Getting closer to Mikey 3-belt.
Fans came and said, hey, Mikey 3 belts, and well, here I am.
Mike Kalinowski is now the 3rd double-belted champion.
I'm going for that 3rd belt.
Once again, Mike Kalinowski finds himself face-to-face with Jeannine the Machine against.
This match is not an indicator of how well you play. You seem to be getting stronger and stronger as a competitor. More active.
Jeannine the Machine takes the lead with that one.
You are open to a rematch, though. Oh, definitely. Anytime.
Yeah.
It wasn't fluke, his victory. That kind of makes her the corruption killer.
Jeannine Kalinowski reminds me of Mans Roka back in the day.
You see what happens when you doubt me. Keep doubting me. Sometimes.
I mean, we haven't had this kind of rivalry in singles, but not in a championship level matchup. Like since, I don't think there is any since Mans Roka. Like in this kind of level, not... Because championship level, another level. But yeah, this kind of level, Mans Roka, I guess.
Kalinowski's trying to go for that third belt, and not only is Jeannine trying to get the big win, but how great would it feel for Jeannine if Jeannine was the one that ended Mike Kalinowski's singles season? If today is the last time that Mike plays in the singles division because of Jeannine, I think that alone would be satisfying.
Oh, it's a huge spur going on to the next season for Jeannine, and then you're right, just kind of stopping Mikey 3 belts in his tracks right there, and then that's going to give him a lot to think about as he continues on to Orlando. I like both these human beings a lot, but Jeannine did something very nice for me this morning. She shows up to the studio, and I walk in, as I usually do.
Brian,
she gave me this, and this is much more than just a fashion statement. This is actually a wristband that is helping to promote one of our good friends in the movie trivia Schmoedown, Paul the Powder Keg Preston. His wife Karen is
I was just talking about that in the beginning of the video. So
bravely fighting cancer, and we have been given word that a Facebook group has started. You can make donations to help Karen and Paul fight this dreaded disease. I was talking to Paul about it. They're both in very good spirits, but he mentioned to me it's like when you're fighting a battle like this, you need an army, and we encourage everybody out there to be a part of that army. I posted the Facebook donation link both in the Movie Tribute Schmoedown fan page, and I just tweeted it out from my personal account, so please consider giving something to the fight. Help join the army and be a part of Karen and Paul's fight. We love you, Karen. We love you, Paul.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you very much. Absolutely. Please go ahead and do that. All right. So no easy transition here, but we are going to get into the match. Mark, we have a tale of the tape. What do we got?
Jeannine the Machine. She knows her rom-coms. She knows her Brad Pitt movies, and she is very good at having a huge heart.
She does have a good
huge heart.
Yeah. That's very true. And Mike the Killer Kalinowski.
Not as big of a heart.
No. That's it.
No. Super nice guy, though. I do like him. Oh, and he's very good at comic book movies. We know his inner geekdom prowess, but the guy also knows his way around Jimmy Bond.
That is true. And with that, I ask you, are you ready to go?
I meant James Bond. Now I am ready, yes.
All right, then. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time
for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Introducing
first.
Led to the ring by her manager, the Urban Gladiator, Jay Washington, representing the Time Machine, with a record of 3 wins, 4 defeats, and 2 knockouts. She is Jeannine, the
Hey Jay, we haven't seen Jay in a while, I think. Nice. Oh, I love that jacket. That's awesome. That's an awesome jacket.
She is going to be the winner. Jay Washington can just sit back and give a grin.
She's become one of our most popular players that we have, and I will tell you also, to have Jay by her side, this is something. This is going to be, you feel the energy already.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, Jeannine has gotten so good at performing live, it's almost like she doesn't need Jay anymore. Do you agree with that?
First of all, she doesn't need me. She wants me here. There's a big difference. But you need to change that shirt.
This is...
We're not going to do this, okay?
This is
early for some of us on the West Coast. On the East Coast, they waking up to breakfast and brunch and stuff and realizing what the hell are you wearing? And it's weird. Christian has on the suit jacket. You got on something for Forever 21. Let's get this right.
Yeah, this is actually purchased at Forever 21, and it's not only representing the fall, but also the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, currently 4-0, taking on the Boston College Eagles this Saturday.
Nice.
What is this, an NCAA plug down here?
And her opponent,
The corruption
representing Corruption, led to the ring by his managers, Grace Hancock and the Pit Boss Ken Napsok, with a record of 6 wins, 5 defeats and 4 knockouts. He is the reigning Movie Trivia Schmoedown Inner Geekdom Champion. The reigning Movie Trivia Schmoedown Team Champion. He is Mike the Killer
What does he say? I can something Kaiser.
Look at those 2 belts. Mikey 2 belts. Right. Mikey 2 belts.
Mikey 2 belts for now.
You got 2 belts.
I know people are gonna hate on me. I know the corruption fans is gonna hate on me.
Looks like he's wearing a 1980s power suit with those shoulder pads.
Excuse me, can somebody...
I really think Smets.
Man, he's looking too hard. He gonna have a stroke or something. I don't want to deal with this.
I really think Smets will win the Inner Geekdom by the end of the year. Teams might be a little bit tougher, but we'll see.
The battle between corruption and Jay Washington has been going on for a long time. Look at those belts. Because
You guys again. How are you?
look at Mike.
Here before.
Look at Mike setting up.
Did you hear something? Did you hear
Oh,
something?
watching. Did you watch?
I was expecting a little show, a little skit or something. That's your thing, isn't it? Bits? You got bits and skits.
Bits and skits.
At some point,
I mean, Mike looks healthy from the surgery.
Skits from the 2 of you.
Well, but either way,
What are you, a
he is
57-year-old suburban housewife?
he is a team
I was
champion.
looking for some chuckles and
Look at that belt. That looks great, honestly. I'll just say this. Those belts look
Now
great.
Jay's walking up as we have our competitors. This is the last match in the first round of the Ultimate Schmoedown. Winner goes on to play the outlaw John Roca. Both competitors have sat down. Mark, what are the rules for this match?
in round number 1 of this 3-round contest, the competitor, a lot of gold on Mike's side. Jeannine has some gold on, and obviously these leaves are golden, so I think it's about time to get it on.
All right, well, we asked Mike, are you ready? I am ready. All right, Machine, are you ready?
Ready.
Then let's get ready
To Schmoedown!
All right,
Crowd here. Good crowd.
good crowd. Question one in the category fantasy/sci-fi. Who played Princess Buttercup in 1987's The Princess Bride?
Movie, can you name
They're gonna say they're gonna remake this film. Reboot this film. Please don't.
In the
Gonna tell you.
2010.
5, I'll answer that later. 4,
Okay, good talk.
I love
3,
this film.
2,
My marker's running out.
1. We start with Mike.
Robin Wright.
Yes.
Robin Wright.
Robin Wright.
Here you go. One
Thank
I don't know if you can see
Nobody
that.
put Robin Wright pen. I was so concerned that was going to
I
happen.
need a new marker.
Somerville.
It is our own Bonnie Somerville. 0-1 lifetime in the Schmoedown.
0-2. 0-2. You go next, my friend.
I'm just waiting for the dramatic pause.
Oh, there you go.
And we are into action-adventure films. And your question, who played the vile President Coriolanus Snow in The Hunger Games? When
That
you're starting to name
is.
kids Coriolanus. Just
I
go
almost
back.
say Donald Pleasance. It's Donald Sutherland.
Just go to Jim or John or
I
something.
don't disagree with anything you're saying.
Yukon, Coriolanus.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jeannine.
Donald Sutherland.
Yes.
Donald
Mike.
Sutherland.
There we go.
Alright, still tied.
Where's my orange juice from?
Question 3. Dramas. Who plays the ambitious young jazz drummer Andrew in 2014's Whiplash?
All right, I put you in a room with every musical instrument under the sun. Which one are you going to play?
Piano.
Have you ever taken piano?
No, but my brother did.
Are you-
And I
Your
would
brother was like a musician.
really good, yeah.
Talent.
Yes.
Yeah. What happened to you?
Didn't try it. 5, 4,
What happened to you?
so I can hum really well. 1. Pens down, please.
Miles Teller.
And we go with Mike.
Miles Teller.
Yes, Jeannine.
Miles Teller.
Again.
Tied at 3. Perfect round so far. As we move into your next category, these are movie quotes. Movie quotes. What 1980s film features the line, "Are you trying to tell me that my mother has got the hots for me?" All right, you said you're a great hummer, so show your talent. Hum a score, and I'll tell you what it's.
I don't know why my brain directly goes to that.
Do crash test dummies.
Bum, 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 bum. Forget it.
Wow, he almost gave it away.
3.
He was humming Back to the Future theme.
Stupid.
Yes,
You're
we
like
did.
the worst.
That was bad.
Janine.
Weird Science.
So,
Mike Kalinowski.
Back to the Future.
He had it.
Back to the Future. He was humming it. Boom, boom, ba-da, boom, boom.
So that's true over there, boys.
I almost, yeah.
Okay.
I changed it up in the middle of it.
No, that was
Okay.
clearly E.T.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. All
Wow.
right. Don't ask me to do shit like that. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. All right, here we go.
You're swearing now too?
I'm a
Wow.
dumb.
The old man finally lost it.
I'm a dummy. I admit it.
Mark this day.
Gianni looked at me like a disapproving parent, and he had every right to.
After question
all right.
4 on September 28th, the year of our Lord 2019, Christian George Harlow lost his mind.
Dummy. Yeah.
I was like, that's like to the future, right? And then he started humming. I'm
All
like,
right, here we go. New release.
he just gave it away.
Number 5. New releases. Who provides the voice of the title character in Detective Pikachu?
All right.
Hey.
Don't ask me
I'm
anything.
just going to vamp to the camera.
Please.
And say you can get tickets for my show
Pika.
next week in New York City, October 3rd, New York Comedy Club. Hey, sounds like some people are going.
4,
By the way,
3.
Mark Ellis
if you guys follow,
1.
Ask Ketchup just won the championship for the first time, baby.
Yes, Jeannine.
Ryan Reynolds.
He finally win the Pokemon League outside of the Orange Islands. He finally wins it, and now he have a new series apparently where he's gonna travel around the world, including Galar. That's my Pokemon tangent for the day. Haha. Well, I'm laughing for the comedy part.
Yes, for that.
It's my own fault. Who starred opposite Eddie Murphy as the character Lewis Winthrop III in 1983's Trading Places?
Oh, I have not seen this film,
You
but I'm
excited
gonna
about the-
guess.
Going back to,
Yeah, and I like what he's been doing.
December
He's been going around
21st.
doing the rounds and promoting it. So
but not in comedy club.
no, 5, not yet. 5,
Still waiting.
4,
Still waiting.
3, 2, 1.
Wesley Snipes?
Dan Aykroyd.
Yes, Mike.
Oh, okay.
Got it. Okay.
Never seen the film.
5.
Crystal
Mike hasn't
Skull,
missed
Rock
yet.
himself.
All right, next question, guys. Category of horror/thriller. What 2019 psychological horror film was directed by Tate Taylor and it starred Octavia Spencer?
Speaking
2019,
of horror,
right?
Somebody at this desk went to a horror thing.
Oh yeah, went to the.
Oh, Halloween Horror Nights. Halloween Horror Nights.
Tell you to do that.
Universal Studios. Is it Halloween Horror Nights? Is that what they call it?
4, 3, 2, 1. Mike.
Ma.
Ma?
Yes, and Jeannine.
Ma.
Got it. All right, so Mike Kalinowski. Mike Kalinowski.
I'm doing
is
better than I thought. I have 6
from
points
the
right now.
Perfect round, and Jeannine is looking to get herself to 7 points with this next question.
The Meatloaf. Your last question is in the world of animated movies drawn by hand or on a computer. And your question: who voices Poppy, the happiest troll ever born, in 2016's Trolls?
Poppy. It sounds like the female name, so I'm gonna guess the female cast member, which I know.
Good luck, troll.
I've never seen the film,
Now 5,
but I sort of know the
4,
cast.
Rollerblader.
3.
Repeat the question.
Repeat the question.
Pretty sure.
Who voices Poppy, the happiest troll ever born in 2016?
And I can see her playing a happiest troll ever born too.
Happy troll. Unlike the kind I come across on Twitter every day.
Clue, Pitch Perfect.
5.
Stop it.
4.
I think it is what I'm thinking it is.
2, 1.
Anna Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick.
Yes, and Mike.
Anna Kendrick.
Perfect round for Mike Kalinowski.
Damn, Kalinowski.
All right. Mike Kalinowski hits the perfect
Damn,
round, so Mike
Kalinowski.
Kalinowski will have this question. And Mike, you do not have to write this down, Mike. You don't have to write it down. This is just for you. All right, here you go, Mike. Here is your question for 1 extra point. Who directed the Mark Wahlberg war film Lone Survivor?
Peter Berg. It's not him.
Peter Berg. 1 more point from Mike.
Ah, it is Peter Berg.
9-7. Mike Kalinowski hits all 8 questions and
This might be my
Mike Kalinowski
best
on the
first
outrun
round
thus far.
ever.
Now we get to the wheel round.
I missed
where it
one,
could be make or break.
Dan Aykroyd, and I got the bonus question. This is my best first round ever in reaction history.
I mean, this is still anyone's match as we get into the wheel round, the wheel of fate, doom, and justice. On that there wheel, you're going to have 10 different categories from 10 different. Mike Kalinowski, you got 2 belts up there. You have a 2-point lead, 1 for each belt. Would you like to spin first or defer to Jeannine?
I'll go with tradition and go first.
He's going to go first.
All right, Mike's going to spin. Please spin
Front
the
the
wheel.
wheel, not the pegs, please.
Janine has 2 JTs. Mike has all 3 left. Both have their challenges. Mike's going to spin it. There's the spin.
There you go. Solid spin.
Solid spin. You know he's looking for Bond. This is
If it's gonna
what he
land on
did
Bond
last
again, I
time.
swear.
Spinners
By the way, they
first.
changed back to their old wheel.
He has gotten Bond a handful of times in some team matches, and when he won the title against the Shire Wolves, he hit it. So he's looking for it now. if he can hit James Bond, he's going to be in good shape.
It's
But
coming.
it
It's
looks
like it's a
they're
little
going
too fast. It's a little too
But
fast.
wait.
Here.
By the way, I think my video just glitched for a bit over there.
Scorsese. Is he going to go away from it? Is he going to push his luck, or does he go with Scorsese? Going to go again.
All right,
Wow.
he looked over to the management to
Yeah.
confirm, and
All right, so here it is.
it's not going to be
But he was
Scorsese.
just there. He got away from Bond, and it was just a second away from hitting Spinner's Choice. You know, he would have chosen Bond, and it landed on Scorsese.
Right, he wants that James Bond category. James Bond goes overseas.
It looks like it's going farther
Top
away
secret
here, but wait,
missions.
but it's coming around. It's coming around.
It couldn't
It's coming
possibly
around,
happen
but wait.
like this.
Are you? I'm gonna swear. Are you fucking kidding me?
How does that happen? How does that happen? He does it again.
All right.
How does it?
I don't want to hear the shit. I don't want to hear Roka bitching. I don't care. I spun again. I didn't get opponent's choice. I didn't get spinner's
Chaos
choice.
exterior.
What the fuck?
Here we go. So the craziness in the crowd.
Are you shitting me?
All right, here we go.
She could still win.
All right, so here we go. So Mike, you get 4 questions. You have 4 questions in the realm of James.
I swear, every time he wins, he got James Bond. So this is frustrating.
All right, 4 questions. You're going through a lot of different emotions right here. You got to choose a character. All right, here we go. Question 1. Mike, what famous landmark does Grace Jones jump from in A View to a Kill?
That would be the Eiffel Tower.
For 2 points, that is correct. All right.
The Eiffel Tower, one of Las Vegas's best landmarks.
Question 2. The character of Pussy Galore appears in which Bond film?
He knows this.
Goldfinger.
2 more points.
He's perfect for 2.
So far.
2 more questions.
In the Bond franchise, who was the first actor to portray M?
That's a good one.
5, 4,
He knows this.
3.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Jack Lord, B, Robert Brown, C, Anthony Dawson, D, Bernard Lee?
Is it Robert Brown?
It's incorrect.
Oh,
Is it A,
he might not know it after all.
B, Robert Brown, C, Anthony Dawson, D,
I was just about to say,
Bernard Lee?
it doesn't look too sure.
A.
It's incorrect. Looking for Bernard Lee.
Whoa. It would have been a big steal, but still, Mike Kalinowski missing a James Bond question is big news.
That's right. That's right. All right, here you go. Here you go. Okay. In The Man with the Golden Gun, what is the name of Scaramanga's tiny assistant?
Knick-knack.
Correct for 2 more points.
Damn.
Mike Kalinowski.
12.
Mike Kalinowski.
It's not 12, never mind.
15 to 7. He misses.
My
one
math doesn't
question.
add up.
Gives
I was like
Jeannine
12.
a chance here to catch up because he did miss that question. Jeannine, you are going to spin.
Save
so
point. It's an
Jeannine-
8-point
It's an 8-point
lead.
game here.
Yeah, so Jeannine's looking for romantic comedies. If Jeannine hits romantic comedies the same way Mike hit Bond, we're looking at a pretty damn close game.
There's the spin.
Spin is in, spin is in.
This is a big miss.
It's a big miss, and it eliminates James Bond as far as a category that Jeannine could get stuck with. So she's
Right.
looking at more of her strengths
That's
and
right.
weaknesses on the wheel.
Great point.
That's what I'm here for.
And so they're also looking for spinner's choice here.
Yeah, it's coming around. Spinner's choice coming in a little too hot, but we could be looking at 2010.
2010s. 2010s. Doesn't look like she's going to stick with it. She's
looking
going away from it. Oh, Jay's coming in to
Jay.
talk real quick.
Jay Washington, never one to shy away from camera time.
Jay
What a-
thought of giving the middle
what a
finger,
nice-
realized
what a nice
there's
line.
children watching and gave you the thumbs up.
Thank you for the thumbs up instead.
Yeah.
There it is. There's the respin.
Please be good, please be good, please be good.
That camera shot of the wheel, I got to tell you.
We'll
pray.
have to respin again.
Yeah.
Round and round it goes.
Yeah, if it hits James Bond, then they have to spin again. But what are we going to
I
hit here?
think,
Look at this.
Jeannine will
Coming.
sell at Myron Classics.
Goes away. It looks like horror.
Or Cameron
Cameron
Diaz.
Diaz. That's big.
That's, I think that's good, I think that's good, right?
That's one of her strengths.
That's right.
One of her strengths.
Okay, let's do this, Jeannine.
All right, here we go, Jeannine.
All right, special treat. Here to ask the forward Cameron Diaz questions. Please welcome. She's not here. No, it's going to be me.
By the way, yeah, she's been gone for quite some time. I think her last film was that 2014 film, and they call like Custer Waldo, the other guys, or something. The other women.
Diaz. Each one worth 2 points. Your first.
I don't know what happened. She just retired from acting.
Did Cameron Diaz and Spike Jonze work on together?
Being John Malkovich.
2 points. Yep. And she's off and running. All right, your next question. Who was Cameron Diaz's co-lead in the 2008 romantic comedy What Happens in Vegas?
Ashton Kutcher.
2 more points for Jeannine.
Let's go!
Ball game out of this and looking to possibly be tied with Mike Kalinowski going into round number 3 as Christian Harloff takes a monumental gulp of water.
Hey, stressed out of this match.
Jeannine, your penultimate question in round number 2, the world of Cameron Diaz. In My Sister's Keeper, Cameron Diaz plays a mom named Sarah. Who plays her daughter Anna in the film?
Oh.
Abigail Breslin.
Wow.
Was that Breslin, really?
2 more points.
Yeah, I can see it now.
And
Yeah, there was
away
Breslin.
from a perfect round number
Also,
2.
apparently she's nominated for an Oscar. I didn't know that.
But it
For what
does
role?
Give her
I
the
want to
right
know.
to be tied
To tie it.
going into round number 3. All right, Jeannine, your final question in Cameron Diaz's category. Who played Cameron Diaz's sister Rose in the 2005 film In Her Shoes?
I don't know this.
Toni Collette.
Wow. Very good. Really good in that unbelievable show.
15-15, baby!
And that shows you how big that 2 points James Bond
Woo!
He's won James Bond. What more do you want? But then coming back with Cameron Diaz, she's been in
That's
all the comedies, but
huge.
Jeannine knows a lot of Cameron Diaz, both inside and outside of that particular subgenre. So
Let's go, Jeannine.
Round number 3.
What a
This is
match.
what you want
What a
for a
match.
pay-per-view Schmoedown Throwdown.
It absolutely was. And Mike said it too. It didn't mean anything that he hit it. It just, we're tied up here going into round number 3. How's that go?
Do you think Mike talked himself out of answering all the James Bond
I don't
questions
know.
because he said it doesn't mean anything?
Right.
Well, we are tied, and in round number 3, this will determine the match. Lest we go to
Let's
sudden
go,
death
Jeannine,
overtime.
let's-
Ian and Mike are deadlocked at 15. Mike, since you're sitting in that chair with those belts, you are going to give us your 3 preferred numbers first. What feels lucky, sir?
I'll do 2, 12, and 14.
2, 12,
All
and 14
evens.
for Mike. And for the machine?
9, 6, and 3.
9, 6, and 3.
All odds.
4.
No, that's an even.
There you go. So for the machine, you go. We will go first. Machine actually goes first. I will ask the machine.
Have it.
Number 9. Machine number 9. Okay, you chose for category number 9. Cameron Diaz movies. All right.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this.
He
That's right.
can only smirk at the luck.
All right. Here we go. 2-pointer. Cameron Diaz has played the role of Princess Fiona how many times in the Shrek franchise?
I'm pretty sure
20
it's.
seconds.
I'm pretty sure it's all 4. Is she in Puss in Boots?
4.
Correct. All right. So now we bounce.
Jeannine has the lead, and
Yes,
Mike finds
yes,
himself
yes.
in the unusual position of trailing in round number 3, but he has a chance to even it up with his 2-point category. Mike, you selected number 2, and that
Whoa,
is
is that? Did you guys
in
see
the world
that?
of directors. And your 2-point question happens to be,
James Bond.
how many Daniel Craig James Bond films has Sam Mendes directed? It's the way the questions shake out.
That thing is glitching. That scoreboard.
2.
That is correct for
But
2 points.
yeah, what the hell?
Alright.
What are the chances that she got Cameron Diaz and he got another Bond question?
Machine.
That is ridiculous.
6.
But that is, I guess, that's a way of the game.
Comedy. 3
Haha.
points. 3 points. All right, here you go. What popular 2003 Christmas comedy finally received a sequel in 2016?
Santa Claus. Wait, no, not 2016. 2016. The hell? I was about to say Santa
5.
Claus.
Bad Moms Christmas.
Looking for Bad Santa. Bad Santa.
Bad Santa.
All right, so now
Bad
we say with
Bad Santa have a
Go-
sequel in
go to Mike.
2016?
Go to Mike
Back to Mike.
first.
Back to Mike. So, Mike, for your 3-pointer, you selected number 12.
Come on, miss this.
And I can safely say you're not getting a Jimmy Bond question.
Thank God.
This is in the world of fantasy science fiction. So maybe you could get a Bond. For 3 points and a 3-point lead over Jeannine, forcing her to answer her 5-pointer correctly. Which MCU actress
Are you kidding me?
co-stars with Natalie Portman in 2018's Annihilation as the character Josie?
Tessa Thompson.
Tessa Thompson.
3 points, and Mike Kalinowski is in the lead.
So Jeannine has to hit her 5-pointer.
Come on,
to force
Jeannine.
Mike to hit his 5. If Jeannine hits her 5, it forces Mike. However, if she misses,
That scoreboard is
Mike
glitching
Kalinowski
like
will go on
crazy.
to play John
Either
Roper
that is only
in
on my
round
screen.
Number 2.
Ooh.
I doubt
All
it.
right, Jeannine chose number 3. It's new releases. That's new releases. All right, here we go. In Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation, which old school comedian voiced Vlad, who is Dracula's dad?
Son of a... Oh. I saw this too. Oh, that's... It's not right.
5.
It's not Reitman.
4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
In Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation, which old school comedian voiced Vlad, who is Dracula's dad?
Jeannine still has one more JT.
does.
Should she need that extra?
I don't think it's Reitman. It's someone else though. It's not Aykroyd.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Last one, here it is.
Damn
In
it.
Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation, which old school comedian voiced Vlad, who is Dracula's dad?
This sucks.
Five, 4, 3.
Jerry Stiller.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Mike the Killer Kalinowski. The answer is Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks was the answer.
I can see him doing that voice.
Mel Brooks was the answer. A nice conversation here between the Machine and Kalinowski. And man, yeah, look,
Well played by both.
it was well played by both. And look, we have ourselves a Mike Kalinowski
Well, that
and Roka
sucks.
matchup. But Jeannine went out fighting. She went out fighting. Big scrap there. And look, Frank Janish on the Schmoedown Rundown. I
Big
think
fan
said-
of Frankie Numbers, I believe. Is
me
given
too.
me.
But he said something I thought recently on, and he said it on this week's episode, and he said it on last week's episode. Mike Kalinowski's going through a legendary run right now.
Okay.
There is a lot
I'm not gonna argue about
go
that.
into the run, and one of those things is luck. There's no doubt about it. It doesn't take anything away from the competitor itself and what they're doing, but you need a certain amount of luck that goes through it. I don't know if you get more of that than what Mike Kalinowski got in this particular match.
No, I mean, he got a lot of James Bond questions,
Yeah.
but as he'll tell you, as I'll tell you, fortune smiles upon you, and then you have to take advantage of that moment, because we've seen time and time again in the Schmoedown how you can spin a category that you thought was your strength,
Right.
only to have that be the sword that cuts your darn head off. That did not happen with Mike today. Jeannine also spinning what I would consider a strength for her.
He was,
And
yeah.
and in terms of Jeannine, I think you look at this as a match that should give her a lot of confidence as she looks forward to next season, because if you can stand toe-to-toe with somebody who has that much jewelry around their waist,
Right.
and you can look them in the eye and say, I'm going to make you answer each and every one of your questions, or at least most of them. I'm going to get a 5-pointer asked to me because it's going to be important and relevant to the match. That is saying something.
I understand completely, and it was one of those things. Jeannine just played really hard, but look, now we have Jen Sturgeon, who's talking to both Jay Washington and the Machine. Here we go.
Thanks so much, guys. Jeannine, I know you're disappointed right now, but
I am disappointed right now.
The guy that's got 2 belts sitting on the desk, so you have to feel good about that.
I have a comparison.
I really feel like I gave him a fight. I don't think he was
After this, I have a
expecting that.
comparison to make between Mike
I'll be back
Kalinowski
next
and
season
why
for sure.
I think I'm not a fan of Kalinowski is because of a particular reason, and not that I don't like him. I think he's a great player, but there's a reason why I'm rooting against him. I'll just say that after this.
Even the playing field for sure.
I'm writing down the
Yeah, you
notes.
spun Cameron Diaz. Were you pretty stoked about that?
Yeah, I've been waiting for Diaz for a long time because I knew he wasn't going to get anything on me.
And also, we need to give honor to God for that, because we did a prayer right before she spun the wheel a second time, and Jesus came through with a Cameron Diaz question then and in round 3. Amen.
And Jeannine came right back there with the answer, so hats off to you.
Yes, it was super exciting just to get an even playing field after that, because after the last time, it was crushing. So.
I'm going to say something that a lot of people would not expect me to say right now. Mike, I finally will give you credit. I watched you sweat this time. You didn't think she was going to do it, but you pulled one out. For some reason, I think the wheel needs to be impeached.
I agree.
I'm calling a congressional hearing on the wheel. But I'm proud as hell of you. That's all I can really say before anything else. I know what this meant to you. I know what this meant to you, and granted it's not a win, but you took his ass to the limit, and that's all I can ask of you.
And that is not the last we've seen of Jeannine the Machine. We'll see you next season, girl. You've had a hell of a run.
Thank you. Thank you. And if I can't get a belt yet, I can at least look like one.
Damn right.
Amen. Back to you guys.
All right, Class C in defeat, as always, both Jay Washington and Jeannine the Machine.
I'm looking
obviously.
into the Constitution of the United States.
Can you impeach a wheel?
And impeach
I don't know.
Impeach a
an
wheel.
inanimate object.
Not sure.
I will get back to you. Continue.
Well, look, man, that is something. That is something. That match was great. It was a great match.
It's a good match.
They both hit their categories in round 2. Jeannine starts off round 3 by getting a Cameron Diaz question. Follows up, Mike gets a James Bond question. The randomness and the just in general,
That's
the amount of
not the
luck.
wheel. That's not
that's
the
just
wheel.
round
That's
3.
round 3.
That's just round 3.
See?
And the way that they picked their numbers, that it just all seemed like it was just tit for tat, and then they were throwing big punches at each other. It just Mike landed the heavier shots at the end, and here he is now advancing to round number 2 to face a guy that he's been friends with for a long time.
Oh, that's gonna be so fun. That's gonna be so fun.
And defending his team
Horsemen.
titles on October 19th.
Yeah, 10 horsemen right there.
And Kalinowski going head to head, but Jen Serger is with Corruption right now. Here they are.
Guys, I think I figured out why Chance is always wearing sunglasses. It's because I am blinded by all of this gold over here.
How do you think I have such a good tan? I walk around with these all day. The sun's up on my face there. Looking great.
I'm taking notes. Mike, congratulations. That was a fantastic win. She did take you to the limit, though.
You know what? You guys are out there. You're watching this live. You've seen what has been building to this. We go at it. Tit for tat every single time. Every time I think I get her in a joke or a dig at her, she comes back and I'm like, oh man, she got me good. I was coming in ready for this. No, I'm not gonna. She was phenomenal. This is not a round 1 match. This was like a 3rd round match in the tournament. How well she played. Yes, I was sweating, Jay. You absolutely were right. People asking me because they knew I was facing Roke after this. Who is I'm more worried about? Jeannine. She was out for blood. That's the last time we were together. And I was so. It happened to bond. Yes, I was lucky on that. But then she leveled the field, and she did better than me. She had a perfect round. That shows what a competitor she is. So I'm not gonna sit here and talk trash. I'll do that in about an hour online. But for right now. I'm sorry, man. I skinned through that one. I had a great first round, but what I do is, I study my weaknesses. I'd never seen Annihilation. So what did I do over this time? I had some downtime between my matches. I watched a ton of movies that people think, they just think it's entertaining when I watch movies. I've been watching movies animated. I knew that Trolls question. So I know my weaknesses and I go forward. And now here with Roka. Outlaw, come out and play.
What was that?
It just seems like
weird
you and
thing?
Roka, though, have had this.
But that's gonna be
This has been a long
so
time coming.
fun.
Oh, watching him play these matches, it's like Tyson at the end of his career. He's just like bobbing and weaving. They're trying to stay up. I can tell with Silvestrina, I was waiting for him to lean over the table and start biting her ear to try and win that match. I mean, this guy, and then they come back with it. Poor Dan's got to carry him to the teams, man. Now we got to do that, and I've got to embarrass them live for a 3rd time. I mean, come on, Roka. But if you're glad for punishment, my friend, let's go step up to the plate. It's been a long time coming here. Long time. We're going to have some fun with this match. We're going to have some fun.
Ken, I would say that he said everything, but I'm sure you have something to add.
Mike does not need my voice. Mike knows what he's doing. We are here as part of an organization, something which, by the way, Jeannine the Machine, I can't say enough kind words about her. She's a talented artist. She's a great personality, and Jay took her as far as he can go. But let's be honest, Jay's out here like an extra on a TV show trying to say a line in front of a camera and get his SAG vouchers, all right? You need to join a real organization,
Wow.
Jeannine, and we'll take you to the top, all right? And as far as Roka, we love you. You got a great career, but this is kind of like making another Rambo. It seems good on paper, and then you see it, all right? We're ready for you.
Grace, you've got to be feeling pretty great.
Oh my gosh, yeah, look, Jeannine is fantastic, we love her. I'm not going to talk any trash about her, but Corruption is always going to be better. And you know what, who doesn't love bringing Grandpa out to play? You know what I mean, Roka?
Back to the desk.
Yikes.
Shots fired once again. And
Yeah.
this continuous battle between the Horsemen and Corruption continues now into round number 2. Listen to what we've got already in round number 2.
Hit me.
If you go to the left side of the bracket, You've got Ben Bateman facing
Preston.
Paul Preston. You got
Meyer
versus
versus Howard. Bibiani versus Irwin.
You got Ethan Irwin.
Oh, that's the best one. That is the best one.
John
Roca versus Kalinowski.
Mike Kalinowski. What?
I'm losing my
shit.
shit.
The finals, Orlando, October 19th. There is a possibility that either John Roca or Mike Kalinowski will be playing twice that night if they are indeed in the finals of the tournament.
Wouldn't that be great? Because it's cheaper for us to fly them as opposed to it is for 200 people.
Oh yeah, you said it.
We would ever.
I guess is that everything? Is that everything?
That's not everything.
The Nuke?
That's not everything because I did some research.
Yes.
Can you impeach an inanimate object?
Yeah.
Andrew Jackson tried to impeach a steel-tipped plow in 1816. Didn't work.
No, I say that in jest because the reason why I wanted, we said at the beginning this is it's kind of a double header, but not as far as matches go, but there was the match itself and then the Nuke. So what is the Nuke?
I've heard some theories.
Tuning in, maybe missed the beginning of it.
Let's see if my theory is
Robert
right.
Meyer Burnett, he was the commissioner for 1
I never
month.
reveal it on public though,
He
so I'll hear it.
approached me.
I'll hear it
He had an
now.
idea. He said,
Let's be
"Listen,
quiet.
this is what I think. This could shake up the entire Schmoedown."
It's gonna
I looked
affect the
at it and I
teams.
said, "Well, with some moderations, I think this actually could work very well." But I have to talk to Mark about it. We discussed it.
We did at length.
We did, and we put it into play. So here is what the Nuke is. Next season, season 7, everything will change. Meaning, there will be a full draft next season. And doesn't mean just factions. The entire Schmoedown roster of 115 people will be placed on a roster. There will be 10 managers. 10 managers that will have a spot, 10 different spots on their team. Things are being modified, but right now that is the overall idea. What you will have is a draft that you will be able to come watch live. You'll be able to watch that live. The managers, 10 managers who will be announced, will create teams. Single records will stay the same. Teams records will stay the same. However, they will also be part of bigger teams. For example, if Jay Washington is a manager and creates a team, calls them the Urban Gladiators. The Urban Gladiators will now be a full team that each match that anyone plays will count for the Urban Gladiators record. At the end, there will be a larger prize. Now, one of the other things that people ask is, what if you manage champions? Mike Kalinowski, for example, is the Inner Geekdom champion. If he is still the Inner Geekdom champion or team's champion by the end, Grace Hancock and Ken Knapsack will have the option to keep him. They will lose a draft pick by doing so, but they will have him in the first round. There will be rounds that people will pick. There will be a full-on league. It'll be a team sport. Think about esports style.
Yeah.
The Schmoedown in general will change, and a lot of drafting and
I love this.
Will happen.
The E stands for electronic. Christian,
I love
we did
this.
Have a conversation about this, and now I have some follow-up questions.
Yes.
I did not get a chance to ask you off camera.
Oh my God, I have so much
let's do
to
it
say. I have
live.
so
We
much
have
to
all the
say.
teams that we love, and they're gone now.
Right.
Their records stand.
Not necessarily.
They're gone.
Not necessarily. So here, that's a good question. So the champions will be protected. The team champions will be protected by their manager if they want. The top 5 teams will also be protected. Meaning this: if right now, if the odd couple was picked, if Jeff Snyder was picked in round number 1, Andreyka would automatically go with him. But the manager that chooses him would lose their first and second round pick.
I understand completely.
Now for
5
through 10 ranked teams,
wow, that
for
is
example,
lots
let's
of
say
strategizing.
Scream Queens. If someone picked Kaylin, they would have the option to either keep Haley or not. Now, anyone ranked under 10, they're not it.
Dunzo.
That's it. So there is going to be a lot, and more rules will come out. But you're going to see throughout the remainder of this season.
I have so much
see
thoughts.
managers start to cozy up to players. You might see some news because you're thinking right now. Wait a minute, 10 managers. Who are the other managers?
Oh my
you
God.
know a couple of them.
Oh
there's
my
going to be some
God.
other managers, new ways in general. Like think about certain people that you might want to see a manager, or maybe you never thought could be a manager.
I am so excited for this.
Some competitors.
I got so much brainstorming.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen, and I think that a full-on draft, which you will be able to
like an
attend
NBA draft,
if you want to, will happen.
Like a fantasy draft,
January.
basically.
So that's just the beginning of it. A lot to come. The Schmoedown, the landscape changes dramatically.
That was the Nuke.
Next season.
Oh my God.
Doesn't matter who's gonna. You might have a team that you know right now. They might not be together, or they might, and they might have a very different manager. Imagine Andrew Guy being managed by Tom Dagnino.
In a world.
Imagine all these. Imagine Kevin Smets being drafted by Ken Knapsack and Grace Hancock. There's
Holy
a lot of
son
different
of a-
things that could happen next season.
Holy
And
shits.
there will be trades available next season. You can drop players. You can do a lot of different things that will happen next season, and the fantasy teams will be bigger and badder than ever.
All right, so
that's the new.
last question: how much of this was Robert
Holy
Burnet's
fuck.
idea, and how much of this was your taking the raw clay that he puked up in your office and you molding it into something? That we can actually use?
98% of it was my idea.
That's what I like to hear. I'm going to rank my all-time favorite nukes. Number 1, Nuke Lelouch, Tim Robbins, and Bull Durham. Number 2, Duke Nukem. Number 3, this nuke that you have just helped create.
That was it, ladies and gentlemen. So, what do you think? Who should be drafted? What teams? What's going to happen next week? You thought Anarchy was crazy. The nuke is going to change it all. But congratulations again to Mike the Killer Kalinowski.
Big win.
He faces John Roca in the second round of the Schmoedown. And yes, he faces him again in Orlando for the team titles on October 19th. Not only should you get your tickets for the Schmoedownlive.com, you can also have a chance to compete in the Schmoedown if you're one of the few that are there.
Is
You
gonna
have
change the
you have a
game.
ticket, you'll be put into a fatal four-way inside this was the raffle that we're doing.
It's going to be very exciting. You could win a trip to Los Angeles to compete in a Schmoedown next season. Last but certainly not least, once again, we implore you, if you consider donating anything to
Yes.
the army that is
Yes, yes, yes.
currently
Yes, please.
waging war
Go support.
against cancer. Karen and Paul, they are stalwarts. They are going to get through this, and you can help them right now. Go to our fan Facebook page. Go to Twitter, my Twitter, the Schmoedown Twitter. You can find how you can donate and help out Paul and Karen. We're sending all of our love your way.
Absolutely. Thank you to Mark Ellis. Thank you guys for watching live. And thank you to all the competitors. And for our studio audience today, we will see you next time.
Is that it? Okay. Before I talk about any of that, I'll cut right now quickly because my battery's running out, and I'll be right back. So I have so much thoughts, but first let's recap that match. That was a great match. Once again, I'm upset that Jeannine didn't win because I want Jeannine to win. But honestly, it's more... I really want Jeannine to win, but it's more that I want to see Kalinowski to lose because, you know, Kalinowski right now is he's in a great run, and every time there is a great run in sports, you always root them to lose. They always seem like the villains, and you want them to lose. And I know some people love Kalinowski, but I am not one of those people who adore him. I respect him, but I do not. Since I play basketball, I'm just gonna do the comparison. The Warriors, they were loved in the beginning, and then as soon as KD joined their team, they're like the villains. People hate them. People hate KD. So I'm comparing right now Kalinowski to KD. He's great. By the way, I'm referring to Kevin Durant for basketball. He's great, but some people hate him. Also the same way how people hate LeBron, because he's like his greatness, but people want to see him fail because it's just so good. You're tired of it. So that's why, that maybe explains why I want Kalinowski to lose, even though 100%, he is amazing. What he's doing is incredible. Plus, he's very lucky as well. He's beyond lucky in all his singles with James Bond all the time. So yeah, but Kalinowski versus Roca is gonna be great. Yeah, Bibiani Irwin's gonna be my top match, and then I'm gonna be Kalinowski, Roca, and then Preston Bateman, and then finally Meyer Howard for the singles. But yeah, I think that's good for discussing of that match. We gotta talk about the nuke. Holy mokes. Okay, so my prediction was that because based on the cutscene with Andrew Guy and Hannah and Snickers, which is Andrew Guy's dog, they mentioned like this could ruin everything, and then Hannah's like, all you have to do is win the title. So I thought every team except the title team will be every team outside of the title of the championship team won't be protected. Only the championship team will be protected, and the rest of the team will be reshuffled like Anarchy once again. I thought there was that, but I'm like, yeah, I guess that will be interesting, but not that big. And then they announced this. They call it the nuke for a reason. You put the nuke in the Schmoedown and explode everything and re-scrambles everything. And this feels like this is like a live fantasy sports. If you know fantasy sports, you're the manager, you draft your players at the end of the season, you accumulate all their points and stats. The one with the best stats wins that season. This is like this. 10 managers You get to draft your players that you want. At the end of the day, you get them who get the most points win, like Hogwarts house points for in terms of reference. But yeah, it's literally like fantasy sports where you get the most points and you win. And then you even can trade players, you can drop players, and I'm pretty sure how many players in the Schmoedown right now? There's a lot. I don't know, because they say that you could have up to 10 teams. They're gonna have 10 managers, but I forget if they say up to 10 players or not, because that's a lot if there is. I doubt there will be any player left on the like free agency or anything, but damn, that's a huge shakeup, especially the top 5 players are gonna be whoever ends up in the tournament in the teams. So we'll be seeing that. This team's tournament is more important than ever with that particular stake on the line. Wow. And yeah, when they say 10 managers, I directly wrote down some possible managers I can think of. Definitely Roxy, right? Roxy Stryer, and Jay Washington, Ken Knapsack, Grace Hancock. I don't know if they're like a thing like in the Schmoedown. I know they're in real life. I don't know if in the Schmoedown they're like attached together, then you cannot separate them, or they're gonna be separate managers, because that will be crazy if they separate. I don't see that happening. But if they are separate into separate one, that'll be fun to see how they banter off each other. RMB, Robert Mary Burnett, right? So we got, let's count Grace and Ken together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Robert Mary Burnett. We got Kaiser. We got Dagnino. And I believe the only one manager left is Jonathan Harris. I don't know if he's gonna be back or not, but yeah. And then the remaining ones, if we have 10, I want to see Koi Jandro back. He managed Wait I Know This, Winston Marshall and Stacey Howard, and it was a great showing in that live event. I want to see Markia McCarthy back. She was great managing. She managed, I want to say Brienne and McQueenie. Might be wrong, but Markia McCarthy managed a team then. And the other one, I don't know. I can't really think of anything. But if I have to pick one that I want to see as a manager, I miss Clark Wolf already. And I can see Clark Wolf being a manager. I mean, like, I adore Rachel. But I don't see Rachel coming back as a managing role. Maybe we'll see that. But if not, Clark Wolf as a manager, I want to see that. So that... Bro, I can make a separate video on this, just breaking down this one and what will happen. Try to make a fantasy draft. That would actually be fun if... I mean, we did a crossover reaction with Call to Action and Cine Fanatics and Dedicated to Art and Take 3. If we can do this again, do a draft for the Nuke pretending to be managers. So if we can have 10 reactors do this and pretend to be each of them. Oh, that is crazy. This is literally a live a live fantasy draft, because you're actually dealing with the players in physical. Wow, that is nuts. I like this because I'm not the biggest fan of wrestling. I love sports, and this feels a lot like sports, more like sports than sports entertainment, with the teams and everything you can drop and everything, with the drafting as well. So I adore this. I'm looking forward for next season. I'm going to be paying more attention than ever in the teams tournament. It's going to be crazy. So that's it for now. I ramble on for quite some time. Sorry about that. But I am thrilled. What you guys think of the Nuke? Let me know in the comment section below what you think. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to see the channel to grow, all you have to do is click the like button below. Don't forget to subscribe to see more Schmoedown reactions like this. I'll be doing a lot more. Also as well, check out my podcast at the Councilmen Show. Once again, you can find it everywhere on audio, and you can find a video on my channel. And yeah, leave a comment, support the Schmoedown community, Patreon, Facebook page, support Paul Preston and Karen Volpe, his wife, in the fundraiser for the fight against cancer. So go check all that out. And I feel like that's it. Oh, social media, J. Avra Dharma, Twitter, Instagram. Okay, until next time guys, ciao out.